Eh bien, le bonjour, la team JVM, c'est Momo, j'espère que vous allez bien, mais également que vous avez la forme. On se retrouve aujourd'hui chez Electronic Arts, et plus spécifiquement à Vancouver. Je suis accompagné de Richard Walls, Game Design Director, et Kartik Venkateshan, Producer of EA FC25, and I got two questions for you. The first of all, how's going today after the presentation of the game?
Really exciting seeing so many people who know the game so well, who love the game and are supporters of the game, to just be here and hear from us about all the exciting innovations that we have in the product. Yeah, it's been a great day so far.
Yeah, I'm just having a great day. It's kind of the time of the year where we're actually get to talk about what we're doing instead of being so secretive about it for like 9 months. So yeah, it's a great day. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us. And today we're going to talk about more precisely on the Ultimate Team. The first question more precisely is, can you explain how UTRush work actually, because Rush is another feature on EA FC25. We saw Rush on multiple modes on EA25, so can we explain more precisely how Rush impacts Ultimate Team?
Rush will be another way for you to play an Ultimate Team, and the focus is around having fun with your friends and playing together socially. As we discussed earlier, like, you know, Ultimate Team has become an incredibly amazing place for head-to-head competition, like, over the years, and we know fans want to be able to like take breaks here and there while not leaving Ultimate Team, but enjoying the mode socially with their friends. And we think Rush is like the perfect thing where players can like share their favorite items that they packed in the mode, share that with their friends in a shared pitch, and play against others who are doing similar things. The best thing about it is that it's not a siloed or a different thing. It contributes to your overall Ultimate Team progression. You will earn rewards that will help you pack new players and progress your 11v11 squads. So there's a natural tie-in between play some Rush in your downtime to ease off from the competition, earn rewards, improve your 11v11 squad, and go back into rivals and champs. So that's kind of the loop we've built in.
Can you come back to the new feature concerning the evolution of the card in this game in Ultimate Team?
I guess everybody on your channel knows what Evolutions is, but it allows you to upgrade your favorite players, and so you can make your own club heroes. One of the pieces of feedback that we heard from the community was some of the entry requirements felt like they were a little bit too strict, or quite a bit too strict, so they weren't actually able to upgrade and evolve their favorite players as often as they would like. So we've made changes this year with a new upgrade system that allows us to like dramatically increase the amount of players that will be eligible for any given evolution. So you'll be able to upgrade more of your favorite players more often. And then on top of that, we also heard feedback from the community that they were getting a little bit tired, to say the least, of the teal item shell for all of your evolution players. So you're going to be able to visually upgrade your players alongside the stat upgrades as well.
Would it be possible to launch several evolutions at the same time on UT25?
Yeah, we're starting off the year with one evolution, so you're not going to be able to have multiple upgrades. It's something that we're going to keep an eye on throughout the live cycle, but yeah, for launch you'll be able to evolve one player at a time.
Regarding also to the arrival of a new feature, IQ, what are the impacts specific on Ultimate Team with FC IQ?
What happens in the real world of football, like what I love about Ultimate Team, is that it gets reflected into game, and you know, you see that in Team of the Week items, Team of the Season, like being able to take your favorite athletes and what they do over the weekend, and then getting to own that is just such a huge part of Ultimate Team. Up until this year though, we've just been changing sometimes position, but mostly stat updates. With FC IQ, what we're actually able to do this year is take the personality from how a player was acting on that weekend. So we use the Bellingham example. If he played in a slightly different role, like maybe he was dropped back and he wasn't as aggressive as he normally is, then you're going to be able to see that reflected in the Team of the Week version of the item as well. And that'll be done by adding new roles to the players.
I got one question because I saw it a lot on the EFC community, especially in France. I think there's some question like that on the other territories. There's one detail that bothers players a lot at the moment. It is the famous match abound. Would it be possible to award victory to the player who did not leave the match on Ultimate Team?
With the system, or the new points-based system in Rival that we're introducing, so far Rival's rewards has been based on wins, right? So we are changing that up from it being based on wins to a points-based system, so that even if your matches ended in a draw, you get a point and you feel like you're progressing, right? Like the match didn't feel, so that's separate. That does not involve the quit situation. the quitting on draws and the match not feeling like it was contributing to is on, what I can say right now is it's on our radar, and it is something that in the live service we're going to try and tackle this coming year. How much and to what extent is still to be seen. For launch it's not happening, but it's something on our minds, and for live service we're going to be looking at it. Do
you still rely on bronze and silver cards on the Ultimate Team?
That's a broad question, and I have opinions on this. So, as a Whitecaps fan, yes. So, being able to have your favorite athletes, whether they are gold, rare, gold, silver, bronze, I think it's really important, and especially with the introduction of evolutions, has made these players now viable. So you'll be able to again, widening the amount of players that are going to be eligible for evolutions. I think that they're going to have more impact this year than they ever have. But I know what you're saying there's kind of that race to gold, rare, and without evolutions, then these players didn't really have a place, especially in competitive settings. But I do want to give a shout out to the Silver Lounge players who are out there, finding more ways for you to play with the content you love, you'll be able to do through evolutions, and I think that makes bronze and silver players perfectly viable. You were talking about evolutions, right? Like what we've noticed in the community that players have been doing is when certain players, especially younger players who are first coming into the scene, who are really talented, and our current ratings say that they're a silver, but then in real life they're actually like outperforming. Matisse Tell is one of the players. I'm a Bayern Munich fan. Matisse Tell is one of those players like where we noticed that his transfer price was incredibly higher than any other silver rare. That's because people were trying to take that silver rare item, put them into an evolutions, and actually bring them up to the stat level that they thought it was. So it's starting to become more and more exciting and meaningful in the game, but job is not done. We're trying to another thing in the future that we're looking at is active managing multiple squads that the team is passionate about, trying to how can we bring more value to all of the members in your clubs is something that we're looking on for live service as well. And that's all. Thank you. Thank you again for having us on the Electronic Arts headquarters at Vancouver. And thanks again. Merci à tous. Et du coup, on vous dit à très vite sur la chaîne pour de nouvelles aventures. EA FC25 arrive en septembre. Voilà, vous avez l'info. Ciao. Thanks again.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That was great.
I like your energy.
England got through to the final.
Oh yeah. Congrats.
I don't know if you saw, there was a minute where I was literally like.
It's gonna be an interesting finale.
Yeah. Wow.